Watch your child soar to new heights at Cabarrus Charter Academy. Cabarrus Charter Academy is a tuition-free public charter school now accepting applications for kindergarten through 12th grade. Our curriculum encompasses a student-focused learning environment, offering whole child development while fostering strategic partnerships between families, teachers, and the community. Join us for an information session or submit an application by visiting cabarruscharter.org today.
Good evening, Husky families. Thank you for joining me this evening. It is 6:01. We're going to go ahead and start. I know I want to protect your time, but I do want to answer any questions. I've got an agenda today. I do have my coffee to keep me going, but I will hit my high points as always, and then after I hit the high points and go over the information I have for you this evening, we will offer up a Q&A and hopefully address any concerns or just any things that you would like to talk about. So at this point, I do want to thank you all again for the continued support. We have been working diligently to get this place up and running, and the students are working hard. The families are staying in communication with me and the teachers. And so, like we've said since day one, we're going to do this together. We're going to be flexible, and we're going to try to meet the needs of every student and meet them where they are. So our goal, keeping everything as simple, smart, efficient, and most of all safe as we continue down this path of getting back to normalcy in schooling. So the meat of tonight is going to focus on our Plan B. I just want to remind everyone that our Board of Education, they had a board meeting last month and had made the choice to go on the coattails of the governor opening up K-5. We are being granted the permission to open up under a Plan B model, which is a flexible model. And we, at the same time, keeping Plan C, which is fully mobile, virtual from home, open as an option for families who would like to keep and stay on that track. So how are we going to make Plan B work? Well, we still have to be strategic in keeping everyone safe. We are still under some limitations as far as, social distancing, mask wearing, making sure that we are spaced out, making sure that our buildings are clean, and all of our safety protocols are in place. We are confident. We have just hired an additional custodian. So now I have 3 day custodians that are fully staffed, that are with us all day long with a detailed cleaning schedule to ensure that all surfaces are cleaned and wiped down. We do have our Clorox 360 machine that we run through the building 2 times a week just to sterilize everything. So we have sanitation stations that have been put in place, installed all about the building. We are encouraging and enforcing students all walking in one direction hallways when at all possible. We have dedicated break times that will be given to students throughout the day so they can, take a break from their mask, go to the restroom, that kind of thing. So, but with all that to say, we are as safe and very proud of the measures that we have taken to ensure that our staff, as well as our students coming in the building, are safe at this time. So let's jump right in and talk about Plan B. Now, Plan C is exactly as it was. The students will stay at home and work virtually. However, everyone's actual academic hourly schedule is changing. I've said a couple of times thus far, we have worked really hard to acclimate our students, getting them back into the idea of schooling, getting back into the routines of working, as well as allowing our staff some ample amounts of time to plan really impactful lessons and dive into our curriculum, because we know things have not been the same since March. We know a lot of our students need a little extra time, a little extra help to get back into the routine. So if you remember, we started off slow. We moved into a check-in idea. Now we are going to move into even closer idea of schooling. So let's talk primarily. I'm going to give you the overview of how all the students are going to be kind of cohorted out, kind of give you an idea of that. And then we'll get into very specifics about how schedules will be impacted for grades 9, 12, and then also grades 6, 8. So all students are going to be cohorted. Now, we sent out surveys. I've been in contact with all families. I've been answering emails and phone calls. We have asked at this time that families pick a track. We really need them to decide what, we really had them decide what would work best for their family at this time. So you either had the option to stay at home and work virtually through our mobile classroom model, staying at home, that would be plan C, or pick a flexible model going into plan B, where our students at the upper campus will be allowed to come in 2 days a week to receive in direct instruction from our teachers, get a little bit of interaction there, and then the remaining 3 days of the week will be working what we call asynchronously at home, and that is asynchronously is primarily going to be following with the middle school schedule, but we'll talk more about that. But so you'll 2 days in, 3 days at home, and the original and the rule of thumb, students that have a last name A through L, or excuse me, sorry, I'm having to back up just a minute. I want to make sure I say it right because, again, we've had to adjust because of our numbers. Let me pull. Mr. Thomas, do you remember it was AL or AK? Can you post it in the chat based on the document that we sent out? Oh, here we go. A through K will be cohort 1, L through Z will be cohort 2. Now, what that means is cohort 1 are students that will be coming into the building on Monday and Tuesday, and then if you're in cohort 1 and have chosen the flexible model, you'll come in on Monday and Tuesday, and then you'll be at home working from home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you are cohorted into cohort 2, you will be staying at home Monday, Tuesday, coming into the building Wednesday, Thursday, and then you will be staying at home on Friday. Okay, and we'll get into how that looks differently for each one. So typically, the general rule is students with their last name A through K will be cohorted in 1, L through Z will be cohorted in 2. Now, we do have a few exceptions. We have some family members who have different last names. We have also a couple of special population groups that need to be adjusted based on needs, but that's the general rule of thumb. Now, all families will receive an email or communication sometime tomorrow at the latest by noon on Friday with it in writing specifically what cohort you will be in moving forward. Okay, so that's kind of, the way that we are going to do it to kind of to ensure that we are spaced out, we have plenty of room in our classes, and we meet the needs of all of our students. Okay, so now I want to go over, I'm talking specifically to grades 9, 12 right now. Okay, so here's how, and before I post up a schedule, I've already sent out a schedule to kind of show the data table of how each class period would work and that kind of thing. But I want you to just listen. Listen to me as I explain, because the picture, I want to make it as clear as possible. If a typical student with the last name B, for instance, we'll say Baldwin. If a student with the last name Baldwin, they are going to, and they want to come in flexibly on plan B, they will be cohorted into cohort 1 because of their last name. They will attend school in person. Classes begin at 7:30 in the morning, and they will complete a full schedule in school in person on Monday, and they will come back again on Tuesday. Now, that's Monday, Tuesday. On Wednesday and Thursday, they will log in virtually to each class as scheduled by time, and they will attend class virtually. Okay, so if I am a cohort 1 student, and I have chosen and elected to go to school flexibly, I will attend school Monday and Tuesday in person, and then I will attend school virtually Wednesday and Thursday. Now, that's synchronous time. On Friday, I will check in each class period with my teacher for attendance purposes, and at that time receive any assignment for the day, and or if the teacher has another lesson or another assignment or whatever the teacher is choosing for that day, that is fine. But on Fridays, all students have to check in. High school 9-12 have to check in with their teachers during their class period. Now, if I am cohort 2, meaning general thumb, my last name starts with an L through Z. If I'm cohorted 2, Monday morning I will get up and classes begin at 7:30 in the morning, and I will attend class virtually Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I will come into the building and attend classes Wednesday, attend classes Thursday, and then Friday, I will stay home and I will log into each class as check-ins for that day virtually as well, just like they did on Monday and Tuesday. That is a typical schedule for students 9 through 12. So if you're a virtual student, you will log in every day from home at your dedicated time. You will follow, all high school students will follow their original schedule that they were given from day one. So they'll periods 1 through 7, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so that should cover 9 through 12. That's plan B. Plan C again is staying at home. Now, plan B for grades 6 through 8. Same rules apply. The general rule is cohort 1 students A through L would attend school in person Monday and Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they will asynchronously work at school, meaning they will log in and get their assignment on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but they will not be interacting with the teacher. So there is a difference. High school students will interact with the teacher every day. Middle school students will get the interaction, even virtual students, because we're going to cohort even virtual students too. They will attend school and for during their cohort, but when they're asynchronous time, they just have to log in for a Google form. So let me walk through that because I know it's a little bit tricky. If my last name is Ball, we'll go Pierce. If my last name is Pierce, it's a P, I fall under cohort 2. If I'm a student in middle school in grade 7, and I chose to be a flexible B student, I'm going to be a flex B student or a flexible student, I'm going to have asynchronous time, meaning on Monday and Tuesday, I will log in to my teacher's website or through Schoology, and I will get the assignment for the day, and then I have the day to work on it. I'll do that on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, I will attend class. I will come, if I'm still flexible, I will come to school on Wednesday and Thursday. And then on Friday, I will stay home and I will log into my Schoology page and I will get the assignment for the day. Okay, so recap. Pierce, cohort 2, middle school 7th grade student. I am asynchronously working by myself Monday and Tuesday, logging into the Schoology page to receive my assignments. Wednesday, Thursday, attending class in person. Friday, working from home asynchronously. Now, key point, even though I'm working asynchronously Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, my teachers will have planning every day. I will know what time they will have planning, and I can log in and ask my teachers questions during those office times. So I will have help available if needed, but during asynchronous time is designated working because our middle school teachers will be teaching the other cohort who comes in. So we talked about cohort 2 with a Pierce. Now I'm cohort 1 as a Baldwin, and I am going to attend class on Monday and Tuesday in person, and then I will have asynchronous time Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so with that said, Mr. Mr. Shields, will you pop up and throw up the grades 9, 12 schedule for me so we can just kind of walk through it a little bit? Coffee. Okay, so we'll talk about the stagger start in a minute. So if you'll scroll down, if I am, see if he can scroll down for me. Okay, so let's just stay right here. If my last name begins with a B, I will be cohorted into cohort 1, which means if you look at the schedule, first period starts at 7:30. I am cohort 1. I will attend school Monday and Tuesday synchronously. I will be in class Monday and Tuesday. The other cohorts will be attending virtually. Okay, so cohort 2 is what we're calling the students who are going to come in and attend because their last name starts with a L through Z. They're cohort 2. They'll be virtual, and cohort 3 is all virtual students. So Monday, cohort 1 will be in person in school. Cohort 2 and 3 will be attending virtually. Tuesday, cohort 1 in person. Cohort 2 and 3 virtual. Now, if I am cohort 1, starting Wednesday, I will become a virtual student. Cohort 2 will come in person. Same thing for Thursday. And then Friday, all students will be working from home. They will have to log into each of their teachers' classes just to get a check-in and get the assignment for the day. And then they have the day to work asynchronously. And as always, teachers will be available. So that's kind of how it'll work. And then this document we sent out earlier, I think I sent out last week, it shows you by class period the times at which they have. Okay? High school is simpler, in my opinion, than the middle school schedule. Okay, Mr. Shields, can you pop up the 8th grade, the middle school schedule for me? Okay, so I am a cohort 1 student. I'm a cohort 1 student, and I have chosen the B model, the flexible model. On Monday and Tuesday, I will be working synchronously at school. If I am a virtual student, if I have a student that has chosen to stay home virtually and not coming into the building at all, you will be cohorted 2, and you you will be cohorted as well. Some of the virtual students will be cohort 1, some will be cohort 2. If you're a cohort 1 student, whether you're virtual or in person, you are attending school synchronously Monday and Tuesday. The other cohort will be asynchronous work. They will still log into a Schoology page, they will get their assignment, and they'll be working while cohort 1s are being taught by their instructor, by the teacher. You move to Wednesday, Thursday, cohort 2 now attends in person or virtual, while cohort 1 is working asynchronously by themselves. Friday is a little bit different for the virtual students. During the week, students in 7th and 8th grade will not be getting their art class during the week. So we will be doing virtually 7th and 8th grade art Friday morning, and we'll send more information out to those students, and they'll be doing that virtually with Miss Nicoletta, but we'll send individual information out to there. So the main concern right now is getting everyone understanding the Monday through Thursday idea. Okay. Now, we did send out that schedules, and we'll open it up for questions later so I can hit some of these other points, but hopefully that helps you understand a little bit more. Again, we will be sending out information tomorrow and by noon on Friday with the cohort information of exactly what cohort all students will be in. Now, please notice at the top of this document, when the board agreed to allow us to open up to Plan B, they also had said that we would be doing a staggered start, and we're doing that for safety reasons. We want to ensure that we may have all of our students understanding the rules, the regulations, how we're going to keep everything clean. We didn't want to just throw everybody in all at the same time. So we are going to stagger beginning on Monday. Only grades 6th and 9 will be coming into the building. So just next week, 6th and 9 will be coming into the building. The next week, grades 7 and 10 will be coming into the building. The following week, we'll have 8 and 11. So we'll be building the entire next 3 weeks. So 6 and 9 come in next week. And then the next week, we add 7 and 10. So the week of October 19th, 6 and 7, 9 and 10 will be attending. And then by the week of October 26th, we will have added 2, 6, 7, 9, 10. We'll add the 8th, 11th, and 12th graders. So by Monday, October 26th, we will have all students in the building through cohorting. All cohort 1 of all grade levels will be attending school on Monday, August 26th. That's just to ensure that we have all systems in place, we are good to go, and we are nice and safe. Okay? So, all right, I'm going to move on from schedules. I know you have questions, but I'll come back to them. Let's talk about logistics. First of all, if you are a student coming into school, uniforms are required. We are a uniform school. If our students are coming in, they need to have uniforms and be ready to go. Our uniform purchasing and all information has been up on the website since day one. All uniform wear located there right outside Huntersville. They are stocked up. They have our uniforms there. I believe, some more information on our website. I sent that out today. So please visit the website to make sure that you have all the information you need for our uniforms. Because please know, uniforms are different from grades 6, 8, 9, 12. So you rising 9th graders, if you were here with us last year as an 8th grader, your uniform has changed. So please make sure you take a look at that. Okay. When you do come in the building in uniform, we are asking that all students bring if they have one, their technology device. Bring your computer with you. Bring it fully charged, and if you can, bring your charging cable. I do know that some of our students are working from home on desktops or using their parents' laptops. We do have some more devices there at the school that we will be checking out daily to students as they enter the building. They'll check them back out to us. They'll give them back to us before they leave to ensure that we have them for the next student, but obviously they'll be clean and we'll take care of them. But we plan on having devices for those students who come to school without one. But please, if you have one, we do have limited supply. We've already given out well over 100 devices to help our families that are in need. So if you have the capability and you have a device, please bring it with you. We do have the guest network there for you. Schoology has been a key to our success, Schoology and Clever. And even if our students are in person, they will still be accessing our tools. This year, we are very fortunate to be able to give every student an Office account, a Microsoft 365 account, which gives them full access to all Microsoft tools, and our teachers will utilize them for presentations and those kind of things. Backpacks are definitely encouraged. We do have our list. I had one family member email me asking about, overloading these backpacks. I do not want turtles running around the building. These massive backpacks full of everything. So I'm meeting with my staff tomorrow to talk about, making sure that we are remembering and, helping with the amount of supplies and trying to be very conscious of what we are asking them to carry around with them daily. And so please know that. We are asking that they bring water bottles, a refillable water bottle with them to school. At the moment, we have cut our water fountains off. I have been working with a company to install water bottle filling stations in our facility. We are trying to put a water bottle filling station on both floors, so we can do that. But until that is done, we will have bottled water available. But we are asking that you send your student to school with a nice large bottle of water to ensure that they stay hydrated throughout the day. So we'll ask our teachers to be very conscious about the supplies we are asking students to bring and have. We are asking students to make sure that they have their backpacks so they can keep all their things on with their person and together. And absolutely, it is necessary to make sure they bring a bottle of water. Also, make sure they have a lunch. We will be providing food. We will have food here at campus, which talks about lunches. I had a question about how lunches were going to be given. We are still trying to finalize the workings of that. Our high school students will be traveling in between classes each period. Our middle school students will not. All students will be eating in their classrooms. They will not be meeting in the multi-purpose room for lunch. That is just because of restrictions and making sure that we can keep everything clean. We do realize that lunch periods can be short at time. We're around 25 minutes per lunch right now, and we realize by the time students walk all the way down the stairs to get the lunch, then walk all the way back, that just puts us at risk. So we will be looking at ways to deliver lunches for those that have ordered or in need of lunch. So more details to come about lunches as we finalize those logistics. But please know that our number one priority is safety. So we talked about schedules, we talked about bringing tech, we've talked about uniforms, we talked about our water. Let's talk about arrival for those, excuse me, coffee, hold on. Let's talk about carpool. So in the past, we have utilized all 4 lanes of carpool this year, and I know we had talked about using the inside 3. Because of our numbers, we are going to cut carpool down to 2 lanes, okay? 2 lanes, the 2 closest to the building. So I think last year's numbers were 4 and 3. So the 2 closest lanes to the building will be where you will drop off your students. We are asking that you have your students that are going to attend school that day to sit on the passenger side of your car when at all possible. And that will help make it consistent and more efficient, as our teachers will be asking questions and checking temperatures from that side of the car. We are asking that all students stay in their car until the teacher has checked their temperature, asked their questions, and invited them out of the car to come into the building. We ask that everyone use caution, because we will have students getting out of the cars and then crossing in front of traffic to get into the building. But please have them sit on the passenger side, come in uniform, have all the necessary supplies that we have pointed out, and please make sure that they are following the directions of the teacher. Now, we also ask that it is a requirement to wear face masks. That is a requirement to be in. Now, I had a question about, do face shields count? Face shields do not protect us as much as the face masks do. You may wear a face shield if you qualify to not. If you have a condition that that makes it necessary for you not to wear a mask, then a shield would be an appropriate measure. But we are there. It is mandatory to attend school in person this year with a face mask, and if the health issues arise, a face shield would be required. If a student cannot wear a face shield or a face mask, then we will have to talk to them individually and discuss how the virtual model may be the most appropriate for them. But that is an individual basis. Please know, we sent it out already, that it is an absolute necessary that all students follow all of our directions while they are here in person, and that is to protect themselves, protect our staff, and protect other students. So you have to wear your face shields your face mask at all times. You have to follow our directions and walk in our hallways. You have to, wash your hands and use the sanitation stations as assigned, and everyone will be working. So we're going to work together. We can do this. I know we can. If you do arrive to school after we close the doors, classes start at 7:30. If you are not through carpool by 7:25, 7:30, we will ask you to come around and park, and the students will have to enter through the building and check in the front office. So please try to make a conscious effort to get here. Classes do begin at 7:30 this school year. Classes do end at 3:15. We will also be handing out in carpool. When you arrive, we will be handing out Monday morning or the first day that you attend school your placards for our silent dismissal, as well as we have secured 5 cloth face masks for every student. So upon arrival Monday morning for that cohort 1 group, we will 6th graders will be handing out 5 cloth masks to every student. So if you do not come to school with a face mask, I will make sure to give you one. I'll be in carpool greeting everyone and handing out masks myself. So I can't wait to see everyone. Last thing that I did want to cover before the questions start coming is end of quarter is fast approaching. Can you believe it? We are already, the majority of the way through the first quarter, and we have getting ready to switch over to quarter 2. The end of the quarter is October 22nd. Students have until that day to get any work, makeup work, retests, redos, any work for first quarter must be submitted to their teachers by October 22nd. And then within a week or two after that, we will have report cards ready. Our report cards this year will be all online. If you do not currently have access to PowerSchool, your report cards will be given through PowerSchool, but if you do not currently have access to PowerSchool, you can go to our website under Quick Links and click on the Systems Information Request button, and that will direct you, and we will get you to fill out that form, and we'll get and help you take care of that access for you. Now, I did send out information previously. I still want you, if you want up-to-date information on grades, sometimes PowerSchool takes a couple of days to sync, but if you want real-time information, up-to-date grades, if you want to see the assignments that your students are working on, if you want to see a calendar of events where if you want to know if a student is testing on Thursday when it's only Monday, Schoology is your place to go. So Schoology, guys, please go to Schoology. It's a phenomenal program, and our teachers are working through that diligently. So at this time, y'all have listened to me for 33 minutes. I'm going to open it up for questions. Oh, I'm sorry. I did misspeak. I'm still thinking of last year at my previous school. Dismissal at school is 2:45, not 3:15. So we are 7:30 in the morning to 2:45 in the afternoon. So please forgive me. It's been a long day, but thank you. So Miss D has been answering questions. All right. Miss Derwich has been helping questions in the chat. So what are some other questions that you have for me that I can help fill in? That will coming out tomorrow. We'll begin the information sending that out tomorrow. But if you have not received your personal email by noon on Friday, please send it straight to me and I will help you out. But great question, Ms. McDonald. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope I answered some of your questions. But I do need to go back to one, but yes, we'll send that out to you by Friday. I do want to back up real quick while I'm thinking about it. Clubs. Today we did offer our virtual club fair. It was really just a drop in. We had our teachers and sponsors available for questions from students. If your student did not receive the email with the spreadsheet about our clubs, or if they missed that opportunity, don't worry about it. We're going to offer another one very soon. And our teachers are always available to answer questions. But I will send the spreadsheet out tomorrow that has all clubs. I'll send it out to everybody again, just in case they didn't get it. And if they have already got it, you get it again. And that has all the information you need, and you can then contact the teachers, if you will. So we will definitely have another opportunity for that. All right. Next question. Here we go. What time should my 10th grader arrive for the pre-ACT? Testing begins at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we would like your student here no later than 7:45. No later than 7:45. Please bring number 2 pencils and some water with them. And I believe they even asked them to bring a small snack. The test will begin at 8 o'clock sharp. So please have your student no later to the school by 7:45. Make sure they have a face mask, dress in layers, because sometimes it does get a little cool. No hats in the building. They do not have to wear their uniform for the testing. So great question. All right, next. Oh, I like this. Is a great question. So I wish I knew what grade level we have been working on. Right now, currently, we are almost at 50% of students electing to stay home virtually. We are not putting any more than 12. We can safely socially distance up to 12 students per classroom in our building. So any students that are, any classes that are over, to my knowledge, we don't have any over 12 at this point. But if we do, we will make accommodations at work. I do know we will have some of our art classes meeting in the multipurpose room, just because they are a little bit larger for some electives, but we have them in our big rooms. Social distancing is our number one thing that we are going to do, as well as the mask. So no worries there. No worries there. I'm just scrolling through some of the same questions. Is it going to be the same schedule for the lower school? The lower school is working on their same, they're working the same cohorting wise. Fanny, they're sticking to the, if you are in A through L, but they opened, I thought they were given the option. We will work with our families to ensure that, if they are doing the cohorts, that the same kids come and go. But I need to punt that one. We are working collaboratively with lower school. So Fanny, shoot me an email if you don't mind, and I will get an exact answer for you that way. But I know Miss White and I have been working diligently together to ensure that we help our families, because we really want to avoid having them to be off. So I've been adjusting schedules for some. So shoot me an individual email and I'll help you with that, okay? Oh, that's a great question. The best case I can tell you is until further notice. I am, at this point in time, I'm thinking it's going to last us through the end of the second quarter, through Christmas break. I don't know. It all depends on what the governor says and what our board decides. I think right now, with them opening K-5 up for students to attend 5 days a week or 4 days a week, like ours, opening up for all those kids to come back, I think they're going to see and check and gauge how that's working. I know our Board of Education is anticipating and seeing how we are going to do. I know Langtree has been open all this week and they've been doing pretty well. So we open next week. So I think our board is I'm going to have to talk to the board and kind of present them with some information. But currently, grades 6 through 12 have not been granted permission by our governor to open like they have K-5. So it's kind of in our governor's hands, and then it's in our board's hands. So I'm on record saying I anticipate this going through Christmas. But we'll have to see how flu season goes, and we'll also have to see how any other issues we have with the COVID moving forward. So great question. Yes. All right. So middle school students, that's what part of the cohorting has become. And that's another way that I've been able to ensure that no more than 12 students are in a class. I have cohorted students and then group students based on their last names. And we are grouping those students in the classrooms. And then in the in middle school, grades 6 through 8, the teachers are going to be rotating through the groups. That will limit some of that intermingling. That will limit some of the touch pieces. That will also help us trace students in case the unfortunate event, if we do come down with any kind of COVID issue, we're able to trace all of our students, know where they are, and try to minimize the risk. So that is a great question. Thank you. Okay, we're going. We're combing through our questions, making sure that we're hitting all the ones that haven't been answered. We have a full-time nurse that is on staff now that we share between the two buildings. And our nurse is working right now through that. If your student is coming into the building, we need to get you in contact. Will you please send me an email with your students send me an email requesting it, and then also send me a cell phone number. I will send it to our nurse. That way y'all can talk specifically. So we can get that on record, and we will ensure that it gets taken care of, and look at the health plan and ensure that it's taken care of. Ms. McDonald, absolutely. So so I need everyone to hear me. It is easier right now. We have made our plan all based on the feedback surveys from our families electing to either go plan B or plan C. So at the moment, all of our students have been cohorted and we are set. Okay. Now, if a student decides to come in and has chosen the flexible model, we can work with them at any time and allow them to go back virtual. If B's not working, for whatever reason, doesn't matter if it's a mask, if it's just difficult for the family, whatever reason, it's so much easier to go back to plan C, remain at home. You can still stay cohorted and still work in your classes. At the moment, though, to go from plan C, if you elected to go virtual and want to now go back to flexible, that takes a little bit more time because I've already kind of cohorted and spaced out our classes. So if that's the case, then I need them to contact me individually, and I will work with each family the best I possibly can. But absolutely, that's a great question. The question was, if plan B doesn't work well for a particular student, can they switch back to plan C? And the question is absolutely, you can. Yes, Ms. Cochran, that's why we're going to be tracing we will identify and let people know that if a case of COVID has happened, but if we determine that a student was in the vicinity or around the student that with the unfortunate event that they do get tested positive for COVID, we will definitely be in contact with our families and our staff. And just so you know, well, this was a good question. Also, how are we going to protect our students in the classrooms? Well, at the middle school level, we have got a cleaning schedule set in place, and students are going to be cohorted, and we will clean their desk when they move. High school students will be rotating through classes each period, and we will be cleaning desks and surfaces in between each class. In our rooms, we've separated our classrooms out in rows of desks, and students will be sitting alternating rows, and then the next period will come in and sit at the desks that were vacant and cleaned the class period before, and then the next period will come back into the next clean desk. So anytime our students move to a different room, their desks will be sterilized and cleaned, and the chairs before they get there. So again, that's our number one priority, is to keep everyone safe. Please hear me. That is our goal. Okay. Well, I do want to thank everyone. Our questions are slowing down. I think we've answered all the ones that have come across. I will be following up with another email and just kind of more information, just as a redo for some of these points. I know our staff will be reaching out and sending, your students will be sent to their personal email, an email that describes that tells them what cohort they will be. So they will get it. So have your students check their personal email by Friday. Give us until lunchtime on Friday, and they should have a email in their the student's personal email of what cohort they will be placed in. And if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me, and I will get back with you as fast as I possibly can. Again, I know it's late. Thank y'all so much for attending with me. And again, I do appreciate, and I'm very fortunate to work with this school and work with you, and I'm here to help. So have a wonderful night, and we will be in touch. Thank you.
Watch your child soar to new heights at Cabarrus Charter Academy. Cabarrus Charter Academy is a tuition-free public charter school now accepting applications for kindergarten through 12th grade. Our curriculum encompasses a student-focused learning environment, offering whole child development while fostering strategic partnerships between families, teachers, and the community. Join us for an information session or submit an application by visiting cabarruscharter.org today.